Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I will be covering the topic of how a flight time is derived. I will explain how a airline calculates the flight time of a particular route. So let's get started. Here we will be taking an example of a flight from Delhi to Dubai. As we can see, the total distance is 1280 nautical miles. And the RFS application calculates the time for us, which is 3 hours and 46 minutes. But how do we know that this is accurate? So, the flight time is determined by the flight distance between departure and destination in nautical miles, as well as the average velocity or speed of the aircraft. So, since the distance is 1280 nautical miles, in our case, we will assume that the average speed or velocity is roughly around 350 nautical miles. So, what we do over here is we divide the distance with speed, and as we can see in this FMC, there are various speeds at 455 nautical miles to 13 nautical miles or to 10 nautical miles. So just taking an average of it will come down to 350, and when you divide 1280 by 350, you get somewhere around 3.65. So that is roughly around 3 hours and 46 minutes when you convert it to a time. Now, if you want an exact flight time, let's say in this particular example, how do they know that moving from point A to B, that is TOC, to NWAZ, how do they calculate that it will be 29 minutes? So, now if you look at the total distance, it says 222 nautical miles and the speed is 455 nautical miles. So, when you divide 222 nautical miles by 455 nautical miles, you will get somewhere around 29 minutes. And that's how they calculate time. So, if you are flying a route, say 7,000 nautical miles, and the flight time is over 14 hours, here is how you can pick which aircraft to fly. As we can see, for this Airbus, the maximum flight time estimated is 11 hours and 46 minutes. So this aircraft is definitely not going to work. So we change to A330 and the maximum flight time is 25 hours and 3 minutes. So we can use this A330 to complete our flight of 14 hours. I would usually pick something that is uh, approximately 4 hours plus the actual flight time, because I tend to carry a fuel of extra 4 hours so that I can land safely, and that is the best way to go about it to avoid crashing or landing or trying or diverting your flight. Now, if you are wondering how is the maximum estimated flight time derived, it depends on various factors such as the empty weight of the aircraft, passenger weight, cargo weight, fuel weight, and the engine performances, the altitude and the speed at which the aircraft flies, the amount of fuel consumed per hour, etc. And this is an estimate because fuel consumption per hour varies depending on altitude, weight, and speed. Now, how do you know that the said aircraft will fly for 25 hours or 10 hours as the maximum estimated flight time says? Now, that is something that is beyond my expertise. I would say just take the word of the RFS for it and trust them. Also, in real world, the airline that gives you a flight time, say from Delhi to Dubai, it's going to be 4 hours of flight. That is also an estimated flight time, because the flight times can definitely vary and change depending on the weather, the traffic in the air, or if the ATC asks the pilot to hold, etc. So a pilot would always carry 3 to 4 hours of extra fuel along with them on any given particular flight. So say a flight is for 4 hours, they would tend to carry fuel that will last for around 7 hours in case of unexpected delays, and the flight time is always an approximation, and that is because of the various factors that would affect a particular flight. So I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed this video, do like and subscribe. Thank you.